Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like Michael, like me. You know what? It's a very personal song, written from a very personal point of view.
Yeah.
Saved a wretch like me. And we're coming to the idea today that grace is not just amazing, but how to get our heads wrapped around this whole idea of what grace really is.
A starting point for grace. And if you think about that, it's a very significant challenge. How's that? We'll put it that way. This is a big idea in every faith, but especially Protestant faiths and our faith. And so we need to get that down to a digestible package, I guess. Something
we can get our heads wrapped around for sure.
Yeah. So that's our challenge for today, and that's the challenge in their small group.
So one of the definitions that you may have heard from churches present past is unmerited favor.
Right.
We're going to tweak that a little bit and take a look at grace as an undeserved gift.
Yeah. Favor, you may use it like, oh, you're my favorite, since that's the base word of it. But if we call it a gift, I think that'll be a simpler way to approach it.
Party favor that is dollar store value and...
Yeah, simple but not cheap. That's what we want to do. We're going for simple but not cheap.
Not cheap and not disposable.
Yeah, that's right. Definitely not that.
The idea with grace coming as a gift that we didn't deserve is also that we didn't earn it.
Yeah.
Which leads us right into our first landing point.
Yeah.
Bottom line. Our first bottom line is that grace is not dependent on anything that we've done. It's not performance-based. We haven't earned it. We didn't create the grace that's in our lives.
Right. The average person in any group, the average human way of looking at things is that we get what we deserve in life. And we look at God as the one who's going to make sure that everyone gets what they deserve. And He is the judge, and that's a different subject matter. But no one wants what they deserve. And that's where grace comes in. We have this pleasant surprise that comes from God, this undeserved gift that you can't earn. And that's a big challenge for someone to deal with intellectually as they try and reason through that, because we are born in a world that you get what you deserve in life.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah, you get what you pay for.
Nothing less, nothing more, just what you pay for.
And so Christianity has this, here's a gift, an undeserved, incredible, beyond imagination gift that God gives.
And grace is the rule. That's the way Christianity works. It's not just that you can't earn it. It's also that you can't bargain for it. You can't, we don't have anything at all that God wants that's worth trading up for to get the grace that we're hoping for.
Right. One way you might approach this, or one way to think about this, is many times we feel more spiritual or more able to pray or are more worthy to spend time with Christians or go to church or whatever it is. And that performance-based thinking isn't true, and it limits us from a lot of relationship with God. Grace steps in at that point. The rule, not the exception, the rule of relating to God is through grace. Doesn't matter how you feel, God's grace is still that undeserved gift. You have audience available to you. You can talk to Him. You can pray to Him, whatever.
In fact, the things that we look at as a to-do list in Christianity aren't really to-dos at all.
Right.
These are responses that we bring to the table, not as requirements to get something, but as responses because God has already done for us. And our job is merely to receive.
Right. Our faith journey begins with a response to God, not an effort, a work, a quest.
A requirement.
It begins as a response, a realization that God has given His one and only Son, this undeserved gift to us.
And so that's what we're looking at today and this week in our small groups, and that's what we want to keep you focused on, that grace is an undeserved gift, that what we're doing in leading people to an understanding about this, and as we lean into these ideas of it's not deserved, We can't bargain for it. This isn't based on something that we're supposed to do first. It's simply a gift. We're going to look at this and let this lead us into our ideas as we're having conversations in our small groups.
With those two concepts, you can bring people back. No telling if you have folks who've been to church a lot, different faith backgrounds, your faith background. The idea of grace can generate a lot of conversation. That's good. Your job is to steer it back to that simple concept. It's an undeserved
Gift.
All right.